does it make you feel looking back on this whole situation today?
Sick to my stomach. Just appalling that this can happen to a nursing community and to students who pay a lot of money for their education. And there was a breakdown somewhere.
What if the person teaching you to save lives had no license to do so? Tonight, 7 Investigates Morgan Romero exposes an unlicensed instructor at a Boise nursing school and the students and staff who say they raised red flags for months but were ignored.
It's like a fever dream. This can't be real.
Jane signed up to learn how to save lives at Eaglegate College, a Utah-based private nursing school with a campus in Boise, but almost immediately,
We had our suspicions.
red flags started appearing with one of her instructors. Why did you guys have suspicions?
Because he obviously didn't know what he was talking about.
In Idaho, you're required to have a registered nursing license to teach nursing. But according to all public licensing databases and state authorities, Jane's instructor,
And who is he?
Daniel Foti,
A layman. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
was teaching the fundamentals of nursing without having a license anywhere in the country.
He went to the clinical sites with us, which is where you need a professor that knows what they're doing to guide you in invasive procedures that you're allowed to do at clinicals. He also taught lab. I use taught as a broad term. We taught each other. We've never seen him actually perform an IV
So why is that concerning?
because that is the initial stepping stone into our career. This is me giving injections with needles to living beings with medications that he supposedly taught me to do.
The company that owns Eaglegate College, Unitech Learning, confirmed Foti worked there. A former employee says he started fall of 2024.
Is not available.
I reached out by phone and email using publicly available contact information, but he didn't respond.
That's scary. Who are you? Whoever he is, he doesn't know what he's doing and is teaching us things that affect other human beings' lives. If we were to do it wrong, if he were to teach it wrong, we could kill somebody.
This student asked to be referred to as Jane and remain anonymous for this story because she still goes to the college and is worried about repercussions. But she says she and other students brought their concerns surrounding Foti's lack of knowledge about basic nursing skills to Eaglegate leadership several times, including via surveys, emails, and in-person conversations. But those concerns seem to go nowhere.
Not only did he get a job, he was promoted to assistant dean.
We have people's lives in our hands. And when we're a professor teaching future nurses, we now have those students' careers in our hand.
Carrie Herber was assistant dean before Foti.
We were getting some complaints from the students about this professor.
She says she went to her boss this spring with concerns, among them that Foti wasn't licensed.
And when I watched him trying to teach the students do the IV, I was appalled. Like, I have never seen somebody not know how to do an IV that claims to be a nurse practitioner. He was faking his way through this whole thing. And I kept saying, like, there's no way he's a nurse. So I brought my information back to the dean.
Herber says the dean told her Foti gave her a copy of his license and claimed it was under his middle name. Herber says the more she spoke up, the more pushback she faced.
Work was being taken away from me. I was told I no longer was going to be the faculty, full-time faculty mentor and onboarder. And then I was later fired.
So you feel you were retaliated against for bringing your concerns about Daniel Foti to leadership?
Absolutely.
After 3 years with Eaglegate, she was fired in July, with the school citing poor performance. In early October, she filed a complaint about Foti with the Idaho Attorney General and the Division of Occupational and Professional Licenses, DOPL. The AG's office is not investigating her complaint, telling me it's a licensing issue, not a consumer protection one. DOPL says it's not allowed to tell us whether it's looking into it.
I'm frustrated. I'm shocked. I was even shocked when the Idaho Board of Nursing told me that they couldn't do anything because he's technically not a nurse.
Unitech Learning told 7 Investigates the college found out about Foti's, quote, professional licensing background, but he resigned as they were about to fire him. Unitech says it is, quote, appalled that anyone would attempt to defraud students who are dedicating their lives to caring for others. Carrie posted on Facebook in October, encouraging students to check their professors' licenses.
I think the Facebook thing was the catalyst to them going, oh shoot, this is getting out.
She and Jane believe that post and her AG complaint prompted Eaglegate to finally take action.
So, how was Foti hired? Well, Unitech didn't answer our specific questions about that, only telling 7 Investigates it's, quote, conducting a review of its hiring and verification processes. Unitech didn't contact authorities or regulators until October, 8 months after students first raised red flags. And dispatch records show Unitech told law enforcement the college was a victim of fraud. But today, 2 months later, no charges or police reports have been filed.
Unitech says it's still evaluating what charges, if any, could be filed against Foti, and it might sue him.
Who is going to hold this person responsible for impersonating a nurse, one of the most trusted professions?
What do you hope happens to him?
I hope he gets arrested. I hope he gets charged.
Herber thinks Eaglegate should lose its accreditation.
I do believe a college should not be able to run like that. That's not appropriate. It's not safe for the community.
Eaglegate's regulators, the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools and Commission on Collegiate Nursing Education, confirmed the college reached out to them a week after discovering Foti didn't have a license, and the college took immediate corrective action.
However, they won't share what that action was. Both agencies still accredit the programs. And while that protects Jane's degree, she feels it shouldn't protect the college from accountability.
It feels like they're gaslighting us into believing that this is a tiny little blip on the radar in our nursing career. This isn't a normal thing, and they're making it so minimal so that we don't cry out for what we should get, what we deserve, what we are paying for.
Emails between Jane and college leaders show Foti's students now face additional requirements. Extra hours proving they've mastered nursing skills they'd already been tested on.
We passed the content mastery, we did all of the things, but now we have to do more.
Jane says Eaglegate did refund Foti students $6,000, $5,000 for the fundamentals course, $1,000 for the skills test. But that doesn't account for all classes Foti led for 10 months, or the principle of it all.
I'm not fighting against what I learned. I'm fighting against the principle of who this man was and why our safety was not even a concern in his presence.
Morgan Romero, Idaho's News Channel 7.
In Idaho, practicing nursing without a valid license, lying about being a nurse, or faking nursing credentials is a misdemeanor. But if someone forges documents to try to mislead others, it can be charged as a felony with penalties up to 14 years in prison. Meanwhile, Carrie Herber plans to sue Eaglegate for discrimination, retaliation, and whistleblower violations.